What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel, and thank you for being my subscriber. Thank you for liking my videos. This video is going to be kind of like a podcast style. I'm going to be talking about kind of current world affairs and world events. And also, I made a post, my first post. You guys can check that out if you're interested in that. It's kind of like an update on my channel and future goals that I will do, God willing. So we're going to talk about these clowns, Elon Musk and Trump. And as you guys know on my channel, I talk about how voting is an illusion, and everything's pre-planned and set up. And even the White House, like even how it's actually set up here. Let's just even see this. Washington set up in star. Yeah. So pretty much, they're trying. I want to see it map. Come on, show the fucking thing. There you go. So, of course, I believe that there are demons, and I know that there are demons, and there are demons that jump into people. And basically, we all know that the governments of the world are working together, and they're being controlled by elites who are being controlled by dark forces. And we can see here that they even set up the whole city in a pentagram because they plan to do this to capture a lot of dark energy. And that's, I guess, why a lot of demons jumped into a lot of politicians and such, right? But basically, voting is all an illusion, and both sides, both parties, they're all infected, right? And this is like way past, like, I mean, back in the day, it was kind of like a conspiracy thing, right? Level, but now it's like people are starting to wake up, and then I heard this is going to be the age of information where people are going to really start seeing, and they're going to have to choose, you know? But I found it very strange that this kid is here, and this guy dressing in all black, and look at his Masonic hand sign, and it's exactly the same as first of all, let's talk about Elon Musk for a bit. We'll get back to this hand sign, but just remember this hand sign. Pretty much they make this guy out to be, first of all, they make him create some technology that's awesome, right? And then they make him to be like the leader in like technology. Then he buys some kind of space company. He works closely with space and like exploration. He's at the forefront of the space, quote unquote, space exploration and science and technology, right? And they kind of make him out to be like the Tony Stark of like. The Tony Stark, a billionaire that's so awesome and cool and has a funny personality, and he actually is trying to save humanity with his technology and money. But this is bullshit. You know, that's all a lie, because you can't be this high level without being part of it. You would be killed, you know what I mean? And I know that... Okay, we'll just continue with this. And it's basically... Trump, he has something to do. This clown has something to do with the mark of the beast, and this guy, I think he has something to do, something with this guy's how should we say, his term. It could be mark the end of the United States, like as. Could mark the end of this nation as we know it. And pretty much it's been predicted kind of in some things here, but we're going to just look at this clown here for a bit, though. So we know that this clown was seen, well, there's a lot of things that people, rumors and such, but we know all these elites are together. Anyone promoted in society is part of them and part of their plan or being controlled by them. And anyone who's trashed is fighting against the system and branded as someone evil or a terrorist or something. Unless they use that person as a quote-unquote terrorist, because sometimes they just make up terrorists, right? But anyway, so this guy's wearing this Baphomet, right? And you can see this, it's like a couple grand, this outfit. And it's got Baphomet, you see his mother here, and she's doing the 666 hand sign. Remember, signs and symbols, guys, signs and symbols. And we can just see she's probably like a high-level witch or something. And we can see he tweeted about this, or made a tweet about. People ask about where is Illuminati? Where? Really, people really ask that? Maybe they ask who, but they never ask how is Illuminati. Ha ha ha! Right. And that new story, I saw that new story where they found Elon Musk's car in space. They thought it was an asteroid. It was like, oh, whoops, we bumped into Elon Musk's car. Come on, guys, there is no space. And I'm telling you guys, they're lying about space because we are at the center of everything. They want us to believe that there's other space, other lies, other aliens, other BS. But really, we are at the center. And look at this guy. He's straight up possessed here. He's possessed by a demon. I think he's demonically possessed. And we can see here these clowns. This is a good channel, Stranger Than Fiction. It's a damn good channel. You should subscribe to them. And we can see here during Donald Trump's inauguration, the presidents, they swear an oath. And look, this guy's acting all goofy and such. But you know, I have a suspicion, though. His son, I have a suspicion this kid here, this kid has something to do with the future. I find it so weird that he's here. Was he like shooting? Was this kid like shooting? He looked like he was shooting with the gun. I know kids like to do that stuff.
We do find it sort of rather odd that
he said something too.
You know, there are quite a few people in the bureaucracy who have ostensibly a salary of a few $100,000, but somehow manage to accrue tens of millions of dollars in net worth while they are in that position, which is.
And then you know what I'm thinking? I was thinking it's either the Pope, the Pope or the Black Pope. Or definitely, or I was thinking this guy are the Antichrist. But now, you know what I'm thinking? This kid is the Antichrist. I think this kid is the Antichrist. And then, where is it? He acts all goofy. Oh yeah, they're talking about how they're fighting all this corruption, draining the swamp, right? They're draining the swamp. Well, I want to show you guys a couple of pictures here. Well, first of all, they talk about they fighting corruption. They want to. Okay, I just want to tell you something, guys. They want to make these guys out like the good guys. They want to make him like he's anti-establishment, like he's fighting the corrupt conservatives and or whatever the fuck the parties are, and then. This guy's trying to act like he's trying to give free energy to everyone or some bullshit like that, or make everyone colonize Mars. Ha! Why don't you guys colonize the moon? You guys said we were supposed to have a space colony on the moon fucking decades ago. Why can't I go to the moon? I want to take a vacation on the moon. Why can't I do that? Because they lie. They can't. Because we're living in a dome, in an enclosed, stationary, electromagnetic plane realm. We can't leave. These governments have tried to escape, but they can't. So they just had to make up this matrix to trap us. But I suspect back in the early 1200, 1300, the year 1200, the year 1400, when castles, kings and queens lived in castles using peasants to kill each other and having knights and such, and they were still trying to probably take over each other, but eventually they probably weren't making progress. So they had to think, okay, we're going to make a truce, and we're going to have these royal families rule this realm and make a mental matrix to rule over their minds and control them, keep them in line. And basically, they had these giant, massive telescopes bigger than your house, and they were put in these pits, or they were kind of hidden so that people wouldn't see them. But they literally had like 5 people to pull them on a rope and get them to look, and they were looking at stars, and they were realizing, shit, these aren't what we think they are. They're not just lights. These things are beings freaking. We have to hide them. We have to lie. We have to talk about BS. So they make all this Disney and Werner von Braun and all these rocket stuff, and they make a BS, race Russians and the Cold War. They're Sputnik. The Russians launched Sputnik, but it was all BS. Everything was BS. Trust me, guys, I believed in it too. And I just want to continue here because we're just kind of going through all this. But I want to continue with this corruption though. So don't think that these guys are good, because look at straight up. We can see here. I'll show there. Oopsies. So first of all, let's just get Donald Trump right now. So Donald Trump, we can see throughout his whole career, because he was set up to be, first of all, a genius business person, right? I heard even his daddy helped him get his first business deal done to get a rep, right? But basically, all these clowns, you can't, the world is a huge pyramid scheme, it's a huge scam, and you can't make it. You can't do fuck all. Pardon my language. You can't do nothing without God. So pretty much everyone goes through life and they act like they're doing okay, but they're all like struggling and in their brain lost. Right? And most of them, sorry. Some of them are, maybe some of us have good parents that are guiding us, but some of us don't, right? Or haven't had it harder, right? But the point is that we can choose. We choose, I can't do this alone. So either you join the occult who controls this world to help you to sell out and lift you up, but you have to do weird stuff, and evil stuff, and study their weird beliefs, or it's basically you fall on your knees and go to God, or you fall on your knees and go to the occult. Pardon me, but we can see here, and I knew from a long time ago, but we can see photos of him, and he's with these evil, wicked people, Maxine Ghislaine, whatever the fuck her name is, and Epstein here, who didn't die. He got the cameras got cut off and he got taken out of there. But he's probably living it up in Israel, having a good life. But these people were human trafficking, and this guy's probably been to Epstein's Island or the Lolita Express, the train, whatever the hell they were on. They are all together, man. They're all having these weird rituals in Bohemian Grove. They're all into the pedophilia. So we can see here, there's like in the Bible it mentions the synagogue of Satan. So there's like a group of these individuals, and they are basically at the top of the pyramid. And they're surrounding Mr. Trump here, they're surrounding Putin, and they're both opposite powers of the world, the left and the right, the communists and the freedom, right? The democracy here, it's all an illusion because these guys set up the whole system. And these guys, I guess we can't really judge these guys because, again, I think God gave, it could be that these are not representing all Jewish people, right? And perhaps God gave some of them some special task, to do evil and to control, to manage this whole sin system, like I was saying, because without sin, without evil, we cannot be tested. We cannot have the right. We cannot choose good or evil. You know what I mean? And we cannot, when we don't suffer, we don't know the lowest spectrum. So we have to know the lowest vibration, the lowest spectrum, which is the lowest vibration is shame. So we have to know these lowest feelings and emotions to grow and to know that when we feel, because we're in heaven and when the new world is rebuilt, when God rebuilds the world, the earth, and after He raises everyone, in the 7th year, probably in the 7th day, at the end of the 7th year, or the 7th day for Him, because each day is 1,000 years. But basically, we're gonna have a perfect, happy life, and we're gonna be able to spend infinity for doing infinity things, fun things. And anyway, let's just continue here. So then, anyway, my point is we have to know the worst to know the best. And just another thing here, you guys can just look at that. But see, these guys are saying those other guys who control the illegal state, apparently, allegedly, right, quote unquote. But I do think this is true. These guys are saying those guys are they are basically hijacked that state, and even though there's good people living there, they control that state. And there's a lot here to see. This is part of the Illuminati card game. And there's a lot of truth. There's a lot of things that came to pass from that card game. Because against the enemy, Satan, he has to reveal his plan. It's like some kind of part of contract. I don't know. Truth in plain sight. They tell us what's going to happen. And most of the people reject it. But see, these guys are against the Zionists. Interesting. Very interesting. And that will be at the end. Anyway, so continuing here.
You know what happened to USAID?
This clown is talking about all these. They're fighting out. They're draining the swamp. No, guys, you have no idea. These guys. This is just gonna go on slowly, and they're gonna even if they say they arrested some people, those people are just gonna be living a good life somewhere else. You know what I mean? They just say this type of stuff, and basically we could see here. And again, this is truth. This is dark stuff. So if you feel sick and it doesn't make you feel good, then it's not for you. This is not for everyone, and definitely some people. And look, he's doing another hand sign here. This is like evil hand sign. They're pretty much stating their allegiance. And then this, I don't want to say the word, but this demon straight up tells him to knock it off. Like, what the hell is that? Just to show their power, right? Just to show who they serve. And this guy, I mean, when they're sworn into office, they have to swear on the Bible. They usually swear an oath on the Bible, and basically in the Bible it teaches: do not swear oaths, do not swear upon anything, on heaven and on earth. Do not swear on nothing. God said that. You don't need to do that. And doctors swear oaths. There's so many oaths. They swear some kind of oath to some kind of deity, actually, in the original thing, actually. I think chiropractors, physiotherapists, all of them swear some kind of weird doctor's oath. But you're not supposed to swear oaths. And then this clown, Trump, who's probably gonna fuck up America. I mean, think about it. The first fucking day he fucking makes... Okay, this whole world is a scam, and literally you don't donate to any charity. None of them are. All of them are going to steal 95% of the money, and 5% gets donated. I heard this guy, he's saying something about going to Gaza and getting the children. Oh, okay. Yeah, the elites, this guy is an elite. They're going to get the children. Oh, okay. You don't think they're going to just sacrifice a bunch of those kids? I'm telling you, this is what these World Health Organizations do. They go into bomb, like, war zones after the war that they cause, right? They cause the conflict, right? They fund both sides. And then after they come in, they collect all the kids that are just surviving. And then they take advantage of those kids. So those kids are taken advantage of, sold to the sex trade, sold to eyes wide shut sex parties, or just sacrificed because they love a good sacrifice.
children. They love taking innocence from children because they believe it gives them power, right? Because that's their teachings. It's just like Star Wars. Like, to become more powerful, you must know the dark side. You know what I'm saying? You must know both sides of the coin to know the full side, to know your full self. That's what they teach. It's some kind of weird Gnostic, occult, witchcraft bullshit, warlock, satanic. Let's just call it what it is, satanic. There's so many names, and Satan has so many different names too. Throughout history, he's given himself thousands of names so different people worship him, right? But basically, you just follow one God, the God of Abraham, of the Bible, Yahweh. You can call him Jehovah, but or whatever in your culture you call him, right? But I still think he's so holy. We need to go through who he sent here to die as God in human form, which is Jesus Christ. So look, he doesn't put his hand on the Bible. He doesn't swear on his Bible. This bastard, this evil bastard. And I just want to move on now. This guy's a good channel to subscribe to. But this guy, isn't Paul Cook. He goes through very old sites all over the world, and he started going around in New England or in UK, sorry, where he is from, and going to these old sites around in the countryside that are just like dilapidated old ruins, and he started exploring them. And apparently, there's a lot of what he's come to the conclusion is the whole world was civilized, was advanced, and these structures are advanced. Like they have they literally joined concrete together. Pretty much they were pouring liquefied. His conclusion is that they made everything through liquefied concrete, which makes sense, right? And after that, they actually have like spots like that are grooves that they put some kind of technology inside of those things. Who knows what? Like they had piping and everything, lighting. But anyway, this is like pre-flood, right? Before the flood. But the flood wiped out everything. And basically the survivors, Noah and his family, who had knowledge from the past, had to rebuild everything, which is why they spread out and all these advanced civilizations sprang out of nowhere, like ancient Chinese culture, the first dynasty. But we see here he's talking about how he's noticing in ancient Egypt these ancient gods who are real beings because they were fallen angels who came here and taught man forbidden knowledge. This is after the fall of man. Then these other fallen angels came down, right, and corrupted mankind, and then that's when the flood happened after to purge, right? But anyway, basically he's saying that he's noticing in multiple ruins, same kind of God is doing some kind of like, he believes, and this is an amazing connection, and I think he's slowly starting to figure out the Bible truth, but I don't know. He could be misled eventually. Someone's going to eventually when you get to the truth, some gatekeeper contacts them and tries to mislead them. Some agent of Satan, some demon-controlled person, maybe some full demon person. I met a full demon person. They were specifically designed to come to me and sabotage me in my life. But thankfully, I was learned enough. God, He gave me discernment to discern who that was, and I avoided them. I talked about that in my other video, but like a few months ago. But basically, this guy's figuring it out, the biblical truth, and he's saying that these gods, fallen angels, quote unquote, were actually doing the genetic modifications. They were genetically modifying humans and animals, and they were making all these ancient beings from the Greek stories, like Cyclops, giant, chimeras, mutant, hybrid, and these. It was crazy, guys. And it was like Lord of the Rings, man. Lord of the Rings was real, man. So this is pretty much what I was saying here. But what I found was interesting was that I believe that these fallen angels, they taught man so many things, including tillage, which is what man using money. But I want to show you something here, actually. Oh, we're gonna watch that actually. That trailer. Let's see. Oh yeah. So this is the beginning of Back to the Future, and I think this movie is gonna tell the future. Is telling the future. We're going here, right? And this is the opening, right? And we can see this actually, it's like clock is actually revealing here. Watch. Watch. This is as this thing continues. I think I have talked about this before, but we actually see a flat Earth clock here. There's a flat Earth clock here. But I think in the original take, it actually was like covering it. Oh, what? They changed it? Cause oh, this is like a mandala thing. They probably changed it. Yeah, what the fuck? I wrote this comment. Yo, what the fuck? Oh yeah, there's one here. Oh, this is the part. This is the part. Here, right here. There's a flat Earth clock here. Actually, I just noticed that the other one now. But you see, the truth is in plain sight. There's the flat Earth map, and I see these other flat Earth channels that are. I mean, I'm not flat Earth. I wanted to be when I started my channel to be flat Earth primarily, but I've kind of branched out, right? But basically, flat Earth is a big part of it because once people know about it, it's gonna blow this matrix wide open. But basically, this is like they're putting it in plain sight and they're like showing it's hidden. You know what I mean? For a second, as that pans away, and I think who did this? Steven Spielberg, right? Yeah, man. And then Universal, they put the stupid lie there so that you get brainwashed. This lie, but even though when this is like when they first made this image, we didn't go to space yet. You know what I mean? Because they always predictive programming. They show you the future, and then we see the clock, right? We see the clock. We see the other flat Earth clock. And that was a year ago. Don't give a fuck. Maybe people don't see my comments. Maybe this is all hidden to other people. Who knows? But anyway, we see here these clowns go, and I just want to say this goof here. They teach like they want people to believe that this is like he's acting like Einstein, right? He represents Einstein. That Einstein's a genius, but really Nikola Tesla was the genius, and this guy Einstein was a shill and a liar. And his theory of relativity is garbage. But they want everyone to believe that like there's different dimensions, different realities, making it all bullshit, making it all confusing with all this chalkboard and making all these calculations and all these different possibilities and different multiple U's and different infinite universes and different freaking Doctor Strange fucking going to different fucking dimensions and eating fucking ayahuasca. You know what I mean? Like all this trippy, fucked up shit, man. They're trying to. It's the same thing in literally everything. We could literally go and talk about I could literally talk about anything, and it's the same thing. How about like Justice League? Oh, Justice League is basically every hero represents the Greek gods, right? Who are the fallen angels? Who are the planets, the wandering planets, who are not listening to God? So they're rebelling against God, but basically they dictate something. They pretty much the planets dictate something on Earth. Something about something about watching them or something, some astrology shit. That is what they're involved with the occult. Exactly. Christians are not supposed to do that stuff. But you can see here this guy. Sorry, I don't want to get rambling in here, but basically it's Justice League. You know, they have different dimensions and everything is about the same thing pretty much. That they're pretty much trying to say that. Yeah, there is other higher beings. There are other gods, and basically it's not a big deal because they're just not like they're not like the real God. They're just some guy who's powerful, and you can be like that too. Eventually, right? That's pretty much what they're trying to do, which is a lie from Satan. And we see here Back in the Future Part 2, this guy goes back in time. Or he goes in the future because he fucked up the future. Pardon my language. he messes up with time and he finds out that Biff, who's Donald Trump. Okay, pretty much it shows that Donald Trump is the president before the president even became, and they've had this in Simpsons and everything. But oh yeah, what did they say? What's the next prediction with Trump? Oh, his daughter is going to be the next president. Right, his daughter is going to be the next president. But I mean that definitely is a sign that this is the end, because Trump is gonna he's gonna mess up America, and then she's gonna be the woke president, right? Woke or go broke. And I just want to talk about this commercial, to be honest, because it's kind of like the same thing.
On Earth, nothing was working out, and
So they're talking about this, they pushed the overpopulation bullshit. What's this shit? Oh yeah. So they pushed the overpopulation bullshit. That Earth is overpopulating and people have to go to space and leave because, you know, we have that technology.
You're playing with being expendable?
You read through the paperwork.
Yeah. I should have read through it.
Honestly, it looks good. The movie, even though I know it's all lies and propaganda. Oh, this was funny.
Imagine there's an unknown virus in the air, and you're sucking in every single microscopic particle floating around. All the viruses. So good?
There really was an unknown virus in the air.
What a bastard.
Lethal one.
See you tomorrow.
So anyway, it's pretty much like talking about this guy. He's getting like he's pretty much being killed over and over again, and they're printing him out to do dangerous tasks in a colony, I guess,
Mission after another.
in space.
Expendable! You're here to be expended!
And it looked good up until the part where you see two of them, and I thought, oh fuck, how many times have we seen this BS? Two clones fighting for the same woman, you know what I mean? I think I've seen that in multiple things. But anyway, so basically it's gonna question, like, if you clone yourself, or if you die and copy yourself, do you really have a soul? Are you still human? And the same thing about clones, and the answer is no, you don't. Sorry, bye. But I guess they want you guys to sympathize for soulless, empty, cloneless beings, because those things are coming pretty soon, and they probably are walking around right now. Fuck. And oh yeah, I want to show you also here. They actually.
Look like you're printed out.
I want to show you. They just say they're not hiding anywhere. They just want to show you.
Just not your fault.
They're straight up like.
This is the fight to the death.
To save mankind. How is he gonna save mankind?
The simple fact is,
Let me guess. They're gonna say to save mankind, he must transgender himself and become a she.
we're in a state of
To
war.
because he
Well,
gets.
survival is in
I
advance.
bet you I know what's going. He's gonna get trapped on a freaking island
I got a job to do.
with himself, and then he's like, okay, the whole fucking colony explodes, and except look that I want to show you that they show you this straight up satanic hand sign because they don't care. But I bet you he's gonna be like, yo, I'm the last person, human. Earth is done for, and I just found this planet, but the whole ship exploded. I'm here on myself, but I can clone myself. I guess I have to transgender myself to become a woman to repopulate. You know what I mean? There's gonna be something fucked up like that, like, and they're all gonna have no soul anyway. So it's like, is that even possible? Like, probably they wouldn't even be able to, like, the children, offspring, maybe wouldn't even have souls. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with like Blade Runner. It's both stories. Like, can the same question, when you break it down, the movie is basically not about cyberpunk. It's not about transhumanism, like robot. Well, kind of it is, but it's basically, can synthetic artificial life that man made, can man create synthetic life that's actually has soul? You know what I mean? That is it alive? That's the point. Because if they say no, well then how about us, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, it's
They are weak, but he is
I don't know. It's kind of to finish on this.
Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes,
I like this song.
Jesus loves me. The
Bible tells me so.
Jesus
Loves me, he will stay close beside me all the way. He's prepared a home for me, and someday his face I'll see. He's not white, first of all, and he doesn't have long hair, but hey, whatever. You want him to be Chinese, that's fine, you know. It's not like people might say, oh, he's gonna deceive you if you think he looks the specific way. Well, in my mind, it doesn't really matter. I don't think about how he looks. You know, all I see is a man, right, who died for us. The Bible tells me so. So he was, yeah, definitely not like that, but I have a suspicion that, you know, perhaps the Antichrist or the fake false Jesus that comes is gonna look like this long, like white, long-haired Jesus, right? Doing miracles, but it's gonna be like a fake, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, guys, God bless you and your families, and also just to make you feel a little better, because I know it's stressful for you guys, these are the last words, these two evil people, these are the last words they said on their deathbed. And this is Anton LaVey. He's actually the founder of the Satanic Church. And Aleister Crowley, he's the founder of Satanism. Actually, he's the one who pretty much wrote the book, the Satanic Bible. But he was like, Anton LaVey first, he was like, oh my, what have I done? There's something very wrong. There's something very wrong. Okay, now let's see this guy, Aleister Crowley. Yeah, I didn't want to say that one. But it's pretty crazy that these guys, they did evil their whole life. They believed that they could do evil and do good and it would be okay. And at the end, the last thing they saw when they were just breaking the veil was these things. They were seeing stuff that made them say this stuff. Okay, guys. Choose your side. God bless you and your families.